So we're going to make 2 punches.
We are.
And the first one has gin in it. Or is it
No,
rum?
the first one we're going to do with rum.
Oh, this is the rum
So
one.
rum was a
Okay.
very popular ingredient back in the day when we were making, some of the early punches.
Yeah.
Now, the very first thing we want to do is make what they call an Oleo Saccharum, which is a sugar, oil sugar. So you basically want to get some citrus peels in some sugar. And this one also, because it's the fall, we want to be festive and you want to be using like spices and rich things. We've got some ginger in there and a little bit of cinnamon as well.
Yeah.
So basically we've just shaved
And
some...
is that all just cinnamon in the dark?
This is all just some citrus peels. So we have some lemon, lime,
It's so tasty.
orange, grapefruit.
I could just eat that.
Right? So
That'd be good. That'd be good sprinkled on your Christmas cookies.
Exactly. So a little bit of this.
Okay, so that goes
Right.
in? Okay.
So this is going to be our base.
Okay, that's the sweet.
And we want to balance this out,
With
one
the
of
sour.
Exactly. So
But punch, it's very important not to use bottled juices or canned juices. It has to be fresh.
any cocktails at all, it's got to be
Yes.
fresh juice.
Okay.
And none of that bottled stuff you see on the
2 1/4
shelves.
cups of fresh lime juice. Okay.
So that's going to balance it out. And that acid is just going to eat up all that sugar. So
Yes.
we're just going to give that a quick stir. We get some rum there. If you want to just put some of that rum in, we want about 20 ounces. You know what? We can just put that whole bottle in.
No, this is 3 3/4 cups. we
Yeah.
want.
So we want almost that whole bottle.
Okay.
So
You think? Okay, that's 2 cups. So this is a really nice rum. What rum is this?
this is Appleton. It's a
Oh,
Jamaican rum.
Appleton. Oh, I like this
Yeah,
one.
it's really delicious.
I do like that. You're right. I
See?
mean,
You might as well just put the whole thing
oh,
in.
it's not even enough.
Let's get this party started early with some
Okay.
punch, right?
Remember, this is morning time.
All right.
Okay, so then
Next, we got some Grand Marnier. So
Oh.
this is a really nice, rich orange liqueur.
2 1/4 cups of Grand Marnier.
Yep.
Okay.
So that's going to add a really nice, rich, orangey flavour.
And
And if
apple juice.
apple juice,
So is this like apple cider?
that is like an apple cider,
Yeah.
exactly. You could
Okay.
use normal apple juice, which would be great.
Okay. I've been pressing my own apples. I'm going to make this with my own apples.
Nice. And they're right in season right now, so perfect.
Yes.
Actually, we need one last bit of alcohol.
1 1/2 cups.
Some amaretto, so if we want to measure that
so
out.
amaretto and orange liqueur
Yeah.
and Grand Marnier.
So this is going to add a really nice kind of nutty flavour to it, some nice kind of
Okay.
almond flavours.
If you say so.
So you don't want too much. That's probably good.
Okay.
This is pretty strong stuff. And the great thing about this punch, Martha, is too, we could serve it hot. You know what I mean? Especially on a day like
Oh, yes?
this.
Oh, good.
Super cold outside today, so we could heat this up.
Okay.
All right. And then basically this kind of goes in the fridge until your guests arrive. And that's kind of like done. And now we just bob one of these or 2 of these
Really good.
ice blocks in. So we've just
See, I
basically-
like these.
Right? Aren't they pretty?
Yeah, so this
there's
has cranberries and
cranberries,
lime.
apples, limes,
and lime peel,
And
okay.
depending on, in the spring you could use cucumbers, spring herbs, citrus, berries. And then lastly we just got some Pellegrino.
Oh.
And that's just
Keep
going to give
saying
us...
lastly. I mean, it's the firstly. I mean, we haven't even gotten through this stuff. And what about all those garnishes? I think those are beautiful.
Yeah, so this is really going to make this pop. So just when guests arrive, this is when you add the ice, the sparkling
Okay.
water, and then your garnishes. That
So
way it's...
audience, we're going to party
It's not-
afterward.
And then some of these just go on top.
Very pretty.
Right.
Oh, it's a beautiful, beautiful thing.
And this way with the big ice cubes, it's not going to dilute and it won't be a watery mess by the time people
Yes.
get there.
And
right?
of course, now, why this still exists, Lisa Wagner's grandmother's ladle, I have no idea, but it exists. So we must be very careful with that.
And then we just get some
Some grated apples?
some apple slices on top.
Oh, this is very colorful and very pretty. Oh, wow, I like this a lot.
Right?
Okay.
So some of those on there.
I'm going to take a tiny little taste.
And then some cinnamon, just for aroma.
You want to know something? It's the best punch I ever tasted.
You did?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Great.
Really good.
So should we move on to the next one?
Yes.
Okay. So this one here,
Really good.
this is the horse and carriage punch. This was made by a friend of mine, Simon Ford, at my wedding actually.
So you have to make it with the zest of lemons, limes, grapefruits, and oranges.
or one over there, or you could just choose one of them if you
Oh,
wanted to. So
okay.
this one, I thought, let's get a really nice citrus base.
Okay.
So we're going to add a 1/4 cup of this. So we need,
Okay. Well, that's a 1/4 cup.
there we go.
Okay.
This one we're going to use
A
some...
1/3 of a cup.
1/3 of a cup. So we're going to use some lemon juice.
Okay, how
this
much?
time.
A cup? No,
Yep.
3/4 of a cup.
So that's just going to balance that out.
The recipes, by the way, are at marthastewart.com, so you don't fret. They're all there.
Okay, so this one we're going to use gin. So it's going to be a nice kind of bright
Okay.
style punch,
So
this
you're
one.
eating you're using like a beefeater gin.
beefeater gin, really nice and citrus forward.
Okay.
Delicious. We're going to use
I love Saint-Germain,
some Saint-Germain,
which is an elderflower, or is it elderberry or elderflower?
elderflower.
Elderflower
Exactly.
liqueur. And that has a beautiful bottle.
Right.
What was that? Wait, that's the 3/4 of a cup.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, sorry, that's the
Yeah.
Saint Germain. So we
Yeah.
need Cointreau.
I have to watch this bartender. We're not going to get out of here alive.
I had a few too many punches backstage before I started.
And how much Cointreau? I love Cointreau.
3/4 of a cup.
I love that.
Here we go.
Okay. Yum.
That goes in. That's going to add a nice kind of orangey, bright orange flavour. This is
Yes.
some chamomile tea.
Oh, that's a nice addition.
Yeah, so a lot of the early punchers use tea in their recipes. So we give that a nice quick stir there, Martha. And then again, we want another one of these beautiful ice blocks
I
here.
just got that contraption to make round ice cubes.
Oh yeah, aren't they great? They make a perfect sphere.
Yes.
Yeah, they're great.
So much fun.
Uh-huh.
And so I put them all in the freezer. I'm having a party later on this week, and I'm going to make these punches.
And then we finish this one a bit more extravagant. It's some champagne.
Oh,
You could
wow.
use some dry sparkling
So
wine, but
would
this
you
is the
really-
Martha Stewart
would you
show, so we
really
use
use
only the real McCoy.
Would you really use a Veuve Clicquot in here?
Oh, you could, why not? But, you know, any dry sparkling
Could
wine.
use a
Cava,
less expensive?
Cava, Prosecco, absolutely,
Okay.
absolutely. And then, again, just to finish this off.
Wait, I have to have a little taste of this. I'm buzzing from the first one. I mean, just a sip.
Already?
Yeah, I mean, it only takes a sip.
Right.
At this time in the morning, come on.
And this one, in season, pomegranates right now, some of these on top.
Oh, you can taste the Saint Germain.
Right? It's really nice floral lychee kind of flavour.
And rose petals.
Look at that.
Make
Look how pretty
sure
that
they
looks.
are not poisonous rose petals.
Right? Some of that on top. And then, again,
That's very pretty.
just to finish some nutmeg this time.
Oh,
We always want
nice.
some spice in there. And that's going to add a really nice aroma to our cocktail.
And again, in a pink depression glass bowl with pink depression glass cups, what a gorgeous presentation. You're going to have a really great party if you serve one of these.